Today on BryzGarage, we're going to tackle heater core flush on this 2001 Expedition. This is a 4.9 liter. What we've done is we've ruled that the heater core is most likely dirty. We're getting low heat coming out of the heater vents inside. We've looked at blower motor resistor, the blend door, several different things, and they're all functioning properly. So we're gonna be flushing out this heater core. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna disconnect these two hoses, this one here and this one here. And it's kind of hard to see back there, but they are hooked back there to the firewall. So there's two little tabs that you have to compress on each hose to get them out. So we're gonna do that. Okay, so now we've removed both the inlet and outlet hose of the heater core. I'm telling you, these things are a bitch to get off, to say the least. So one thing we did do is we took off this shroud up here. You got one bolt here, one bolt there, I'm sorry, they're on the side here. One bolt back there, and one bolt here. They were a 10 millimeter. So we pulled off that. That gave us slightly better access. Not great by any means, but it did give us slightly greater access. You just have to reach all the way back to that firewall and compress. Oh yeah, these little things here. You have to compress. There's like a little, I don't know, it's a white sleeve, it looks like. It's way back there. But you have to compress those while pushing this hose forward. And even if you have help, you can't get that third hand in there. So it's just really, really challenging. So again, press. It's actually on this outer lip. You press this, push the hose forward, and then back. And I wish it was that easy, but it's not. It's really difficult to access. And then these are little seals that are on there. And they were, when we took these off, they were on the core itself, the core nipples. However, they can get stuck inside the hose there on some of them when you go to pull it off, so just be real careful. And this is the order they go in: a black rubber one, a plastic one, and a black rubber one. So both of those have those. So I'll let you know what we're going to do next. So next step, we're going to put these two hoses. These are 6-footers that I got from AutoZone. You can get clear ones or whatever you want, but the important thing is they are a 5/8 diameter, inner diameter. I can't remember what the outer diameter is, but you need 5/8 for the inner diameter, and those are just going to hook on back to our core that's back there. I apologize, it's hard to see, but there's two back there. So anyway, these hoses are going on next. So doing this, there is a kit that comes with it. It comes with a couple of hose clamp, a couple of connections that you can hook to your hose. But we just bought this shut-off valve, this cheap little shut-off valve for like, I don't know, I think it was $2. And then this thing was like $4. And this just connects on the end, and it's 5/8. So then the hoses run in there. I'm not sure which one of these are the right way, the inlet and the outlet, but it doesn't matter. We're going to do both. You can't screw it up. You actually want it to go backwards. So we're going to run water through one. It's going to go through the core and come out the other and into the bucket, and then we're going to switch. So if you're just one person, you may want to have hose clamps, but because I got assistance, I'm going to hold this while we have him turn on the water. So there we go. We'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so we ran that water through that core several times, and then we would reverse it and reverse it again, and we did it about, I don't know, what do you think, 3 or 4 times probably? Something like that. 3 or 4 times, and wanted to show you what came out of it. Not very good. So got all that crap out of there. We also filled up 2 additional buckets. You can see how dirty that water is, but that's typical where it had antifreeze in there, but that stuff is not what you want in there. So it's kind of a good sign that that was our problem. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna leave these hoses on here. We're gonna take one of the hoses, hook up a funnel to the end, and we're gonna run some antifreeze through it. And we're gonna fill it up until we see it come back out this other end. And what we're doing is we're filling up the heater core with antifreeze, just so there's not a bunch of air bubbles in it. So that will be our next step, is filling the core back up with antifreeze. So again, fill up one hose, wait for the core to fill up, and then it will come out the other and start coming out here, and then we know it's full. So now that we've, if you follow this hose right here, coming down, goes under here, you can see that the antifreeze has started to come out. So that tells us our heater core is full. So that's good. Now all we're gonna do is reconnect the hoses. Remember, you have the little rings right here, and the order is black, yellow, plastic, black. And then we're just gonna reattach the hoses the same way they came on. Then we'll put that little shroud on. And then we now have the hoses back up. They're all connected back up. The next thing I'm gonna do is have somebody start the vehicle. We took our radiator cap off, and we're gonna let it run and get bubbles all out of the system. So we're just gonna do this until it starts to bubble. We're just making sure all the bubbles are gone out of there. As well as, we're gonna check the heat on this bad boy. Okay, so we now have let this run. We left the radiator cap off on purpose for about, I don't know, 5-7 minutes or so. Just let it run. We're letting it heat up. We're letting the air bubbles get out. So I just barely put it back on, build up pressure. The heat's a quarter of the way up, and we got some heat. Heat's definitely coming out of the vents where it wasn't before. One thing you could do is go back to this outlet, inlet, whichever one is which, not sure. But go back, make sure that they're the same temp. If you have a temperature gun, aim it at them, make sure they're the same temp so you know you have good flow through your core. But this is how we flush the core. So thanks for watching. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe. Thanks for watching BryzGarage. See you later.